Good morning everybody, welcome to another video. It's first light, it's about 20 past 7, something like that. And I'm out this morning down the Avon, as you can see behind me there. Do plan on coming out later on, but about lunchtime the skies are due to clear and it's going to be very sunny. So I thought I'd get out this morning. I've got a little window this morning where I can get 2 or 3 hours in. Now the Avon is still relatively clear. It's gone very cold, the weather, but the Avon's still relatively clear. We've not had any rain, so I'm thinking first light is probably going to be the best time for a bite anyway, aside from dusk. So with that in mind, I've come for a little bit of an explore, a bit further down than I normally come on this stretch. Never really fished down here before, so be interested to see how we get on. I've brought my usual sort of roving approach with me for these conditions. I've got my Dower Tournament Pro 15-foot rod, the Drake alloy stem stick float there, as you can see, and my Dower 125M closed face reel. Now I've made a video of exactly how I set this gear up, so I'll stick a link to that up there. You can go and have a look exactly how I set that up, and I'll stick all the information down below as well, so you can see exactly what gear I'm using, line, etc, etc. Right, bait wise, I have of course my favourite mashed bread, which is why these pair have homed in on me. But I'm trying not to feed when they're watching or anywhere in the vicinity. I shoot them off once, but as soon as I start throwing stuff in again, of course they're going to come back. This one's immediately heading back to me, so we'll have to work around them a little bit, because obviously we don't want to get them getting tangled in the line or anything. But yeah, I'm going to fish mashed bread, perhaps 2 or 3 swims, that's all. We'll give perhaps an hour in each one, and by that time it's probably time to go home anyway. So yeah, fingers crossed we can have some fish out. Now I've mixed this mashed bread up, knowing I was coming here. I mixed it up last night, a little bit stiffer than I normally do for trotting, knowing I'd have to throw it a little bit further, and it's a bit deeper here. Now if you want to see exactly how I mix this up and get different consistencies, again I'll stick a link up there. You can go and have a look how I mix this mashed bread up. I made a video on the new sort of sister channel to this channel, but I've got a bit of a complimentary channel going for those of you who don't know. This channel is the fishing sessions, the vlogs, and that channel is more rigs, baits, tactics, tips, that kind of thing. So again, I'll stick another link up there as well to that channel, and I'll link all this as well. I know some platforms don't have cards, do they? So I'll stick all these links down in the description below. Anyway, I'm waffling. Let's get on with it, shall we? Right, let's have a go. Been baiting up for perhaps 5 minutes. We'll keep it going in. Swans will leave me alone, amazingly, but fortunately. Now, I think the last time I fished this swim was probably just about when I started this channel, a long time ago. I do remember. It's quite deep. So I set the float relatively deep. Set it at least 6 foot. I think we're deeper down here. God, it's chilly. I've wrapped right up. it's proper chilly. Alright, that could be the bottom. So I may have guessed that just about right. Could really fish the waggler here, but I'm already set up on the stick float from when I was last at the Y a few days ago, and back again next Monday, so I've not broken down and set back up again. We're just trundling the bottom there, so perhaps we need to shallow up just a tiny bit. But that's not a bad guess, because we're not actually dragging under. I think probably set just about the right depth to run through there, mid-river, just on the flow line. We'll give it perhaps half an hour, 45 minutes in here, just see if we get any bites, any reaction. If not, we'll have a move. We've had a good half dozen runs through without any sort of interest at all. Could be a hard day. I'd say conditions not great at all, river-wise, but it's just this thick cloud cover, and thought perhaps we'd catch morning bite time. That was my thinking. Just a case of trying to get that first confidence winning bite. There we go, that's gone under. There we go. What was I saying? Just that bite to let you know that there's some fish there. And we got it. God, that was good timing. I was just starting to think, are there any fish here? Are they interested? Fab. Quite a long way down the swim. Just slowly sank under. I did think it was the bottom, to be honest. It's going to try and do us in the edge, of course. Come on, out. Come on. Nice try. He's not very big. He's absolutely determined to get into these reeds. Come on, out you come. Well, the confidence bite we needed to know we were doing the right thing in the right swim. Got him. As I say, not very big. Lovely condition. There we are. Cracking. Just nipped in the top lip, as is often the case when you're trotting. Right. Yeah, quite a long way down though. Not a great problem. We may be able to pull him up, keep feeding. Can't imagine for a second he's down there on his own. Fish of that size. Oh, blimey. It's very cold. I think the water's temperature, which has been ridiculously high, in the 9s, is probably taken a hit the last few days, and is going to continue to take a hit. You usually winkle a chub out there, but if it has a proper fast knock, it might be a bit of a struggle. That's gone under. That's a bite, I'm sure. Yeah, see, I'm sure that's a bite. And then under it went. Struck into nothing. We're being mugged off by a little roach at the moment. A long way down the swim as well. That bite was anyway. You know, I'm feeding here. I'd expect to get bites somewhere around where the float is now, perhaps 10 metres downstream. 10 between sort of 10 and 15 metres downstream would rate the bread flakes sinking. Sort of around there. But the float's going another 10-15 metres most times. And that's where we took that chub down there as well. Yeah, a bit strange. We've not had another bite off a chub, but we're getting lots of other bites. That also tells me there's not too many chub about. Well, there we go. Right down the bottom. I just saw it start to disappear. God, blimey. Oh, it's off. Yes, I think I took that one. Hit that one a bit early. The float just started to go, and I was just about to bring it back. Oh, we've probably done the swimming now. And to be honest, if we're going to catch fish down there, we'd be better off going down to the next swim. It's a long way down. Assuming there is a swim the other side of this tree. Perhaps we'll give it another 5 or 10 minutes here. I'm not particularly getting anything in this run through here, so perhaps we'll go and drop down to that next swim. I say we have perhaps, see, that was a little dip on the float. Does seem to be a lot of small fish sat in here. And the bigger ones seem to be down there. So perhaps we'll move to them. So I had a bit of a move down, as you can probably see. This is where we hooked that chub that we landed, and the one I didn't land, I hooked about over there somewhere. But if we can fish from here, I think we'd be much better off. I think we might struggle a bit landing fish that previous swim. Hook anything decent as well. There's no point in making it difficult for ourselves. Fish are down here. Come down here, fish for them. Why not? Right. So what we can do. Maybe that we spooked it by just hooking and bumping that one off. So we'll give it perhaps 10 or 15 minutes before we think about having a move. But there's clearly some fish in here. Yeah, it just keeps dragging under in that same place. It's like it shallows up, or there's a bit of a snag or something. Right, one more run through, I think. And then we're going to call it. We'll go for a bit of a wonder. No point flogging this. There we go. Do you know what? I saw that going and I thought, is that the bottom again? God, that was my last run through as well. And I thought, it can't be because the float's going downstream. God, this feels half decent fish. God, he's making for the other bank. Blimey. I thought he'd been heading for that tree. Yeah, just thought we got the bottom again. It went down in that same place it's been going down the last few minutes. But like I say, it was float went downstream. God, I said, didn't I? One more run through. Well, it feels a decent fish. I mean, it's not a monster. He's not beasting me, but there's no chublet. Don't know, he's not huge. He's put up a great scrap though. He's not huge at all. What a scrap. God, he's still not giving up. Come on. God, what a scrap off a fish like that. That's fantastic. Oh, cracking. We'll give him a sec after that sort of scrap. He gets his breath back. Wow. Wonderful. Well, there we are. What a scrap of a fish of that size. Absolutely awesome. Wonderful stuff. Right. That's cracking. Well, we'll take that as a sign we should stay, I think. I do really want to go for a bit of an explore though. So we'll perhaps give it another 10. It would be nice to get a few swims done before sort of early morning bite time's completely finished. We've got a bit of info. I know this particular spot is about a foot deeper than everywhere else. That's gone under again. Yeah. Right, we'll get these fellas back. We're going to have a move a bit further down. A bit more of an explore. Or you can always come back here if you fancy it, but I think we'll go for an explore. Very lively. So I bought my long landing net handle. Back you go, fellas. Don't want to leave. Fab. So next up is this one. I think we might do this as a bit of a two-part swim. Can trot down a bit in here. And we'll perhaps do the second half of the run from just the other side of that little tree there. So you see a bit of cover on the other side. This looked nice. What a dog passed here the other day. It just looked really nice. Nice run down. Shame there's trees here, otherwise you could run a long way down. Much easier. If the fish kites in with that there, I'd be in trouble. So as I say, perhaps we'll fish the top bit first. And then perhaps leapfrog down below that tree if we're getting bites a bit further down. Apologies for the noise as well. There seems to be some building or something going on over there. Some building work going on, I think. Right. Nothing going on there. So we'll get, like I say, we'll get him just below this tree here. And if we're not getting any bites, we'll at least be able to watch the swan fight that's about to happen down there by the looks of it. Now, as you can see, we can run a long way down here, search out much more water. Hopefully, get a bite or three. Obviously, the bread we've been putting in has been running through here. So we've been baiting up for a few minutes, so fingers crossed. Have a few bites. A few more fish in the net. Possibly want to be a bit further over. Bits of cover on the other side. We'll give it half an hour there. See if we can draw some fish out perhaps. Well, that's running through. I was going to say without dragging under. Oh, it's a fish. Well, what do I know? Saying we need to get over the other side. That was on the near bank. This was a decent fish, to be honest. Just plodding about. Not going for the edges, which is a good sign. Cracking. Fishing in a building site now, that's the trouble. Not doing a lot. Ah, now it's going for the edge. Oh, there's a nice one. Trying to get under my feet. Morning. God, got some energy this morning, these fish. Not a particularly big one, but blimey, you're not giving up. God, it's really not giving up. Come on. This is crazy. Really scrapping. Oh. So I just got distracted by a sparrowhawk. Gosh, and all the predators this morning. Come on. Still not done. There we are. Now we're done. Big white mouth open. Gotcha. Oh, that's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. Right. You can definitely have a rest, mate, after a scrap like that. There we are. Certainly the biggest one of the day so far. It's £3, I should think. Yeah. Quite deep-bodied. Fantastic. And the hook's fallen out in the net, which is excellent. Right, once again, we'll stick him in the edge here. It's the trouble with chub, they go out and just spook all their mates. Right, dip, dip, then under. There we go. God, that was a long way down. Oh, he knows where that snag is over there. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. God, he's pulling. Oh. God, I could give him some stick. Really trying to get that snag over there. Oh. God, I certainly knew where that was. Absolutely made a beeline for that tree. Cracking. Oh, blimey. Scrapping again. Whoa. In the middle of the river at the moment, so we're all right. God. Blimey. What a scrap. I find like crazy this morning. I'm glad I've got my stepped up gear on, to be honest. What a scrap. Not even particularly big. Not a decent fish, but of course being chased by a huge pike. Whee, no, 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 no. God, a massive pike after him. Beached him, get him out of the way. There's a clonking great pike after him. I thought I was following him out there. It was a good mid-double chasing him. God, scoop him up quick. Blimey. God, that was lucky, Mr. Chub. He was out there and I thought, is that something behind him? I thought perhaps there's another chub chasing him, but it was right down here. I don't know if you'd have seen. Oh, huge great pike. At least 3 foot long. Proper chunky fish. Yeah, good sort of that long. Definitely a mid-double. We got him out of the way anyway. Well, you'll see from the size of the chub that the pike must have been a reasonable size. I know they sometimes got eyes bigger than their bellies, but that's another decent fish. About the same stamp as the last one. Let's just unhook him. There we are, another cracking fish. Wonderful stuff. Oh, this is wonderful. Right, pike seems to have cleared off. At least the cloud's holding. It did look like it's breaking up at one point, but it's holding. That's the main thing. I think if that sun comes out, we'll just go home, because it really will be a waste of time. Yeah, this one fight is about to kick off, I think. Nice to see a few about. We've had some really bad bird flu around here. Dropping left, right and centre. Seems to get the cygnets more. Well, at least 3 or 4 die up by home. She's just up the road. Horrible watching them as well. Knocks out the nervous system apparently, just flailing around, the heads are flailing around. Horrible. That's gone under. Oh, it's come back up. Is that the bottom? I think it might have been. It's one of those, isn't it now? Do I go? I've just had possibly a bite, but possibly not. I'm not sure. We'll have one more run through. These swans. It's very graceful, but it's quite funny to watch them. They look so graceful, weaving, sort of slaloming up the river, but you can tell the aggression. Right, definitely last one. Last run through. Let's get a bit further over. Blimey, it's dragging under there. So that's obviously a lot shallower over that side. These swans are getting closer and closer as well, so I think the trotting will be over with shortly anyway in this swim. I think I'm going to trot a float down between 3 angry swans. Oh, blimey. Right, I think we need to move this. Oh, it's gone under his wing. Oh, I don't know. Right, time to move, I think, because we're just going to end up entangling one of these swans. It's gotten quiet anyway. I would be a bit annoyed if it hadn't, but I had a bite for about 15 minutes or so, I don't think. So, we'll get these fellas back and we'll get gone. Couple of lovely chub there. Couple of cracking chub. Certainly a brace of 3s. Very, very lively as well. Back you go. Mind that pike. No, I'm going to call it a day at that. But that's been a very enjoyable morning, but as suspected, things slowly tailed off. But part of the course down here, these conditions. A bit of colour to the river, but not enough really to hold these fish out of the snags and feeding confidently. But obviously that's the reason we got up early. But yeah, it's been a cracking 2.5 hours down here. Something like that. Really, really enjoyed that. It's been cracking. If you'd offered me 3 decent chub, a pounder and a chublet before I left home this morning, I'd have said, I'll take that. Definitely in this river. Absolutely wonderful. Just before I sign off, got a bit of news for the channel, also say channels. Channels have got a new patron, a chap called Sean. Hi Sean, thank you very much for signing up to support the channels, and Sean signed up through Patreon, and as I say, big thanks Sean. We've had a bit of a chat online, and seems a lovely chap and was keen to support the channel, so obviously it's much appreciated from this end, and your support is, as I say, greatly appreciated. Now, I'm not going to be out over the weekend. I'm back out again on Monday on the Y for perhaps a bit of trotting, perhaps a bit of ledgering, perhaps a bit of both, perhaps a bit of wading. Take my thermals if I am going to, because it was mighty cold last time. But yeah, that's for Monday. For now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling when you get out there. Many thanks to the channel patrons for your wonderful support. Many thanks to Sean again for signing up. Tight lines when you get out on the bank, and I'll see you all again very soon.